Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoodesia! I am Zookeeper Seri, who is in charge of this amazing zoo, and we are continuing our world tour! It has been almost 500 episodes of zoo crafting, even more than that, well many more than that if you count side quests, and it is time to review all of the amazing builds we have done, all of the hard work we have completed, as we prepare for Season 2 and building an even bigger, better zoo in the future. So, without further ado, let us look over one of my favorite areas. Oh my gosh, the crickets. Where are the crickets? They're so noisy. But yes, this is actually one of my favorite areas, the Bamboo Bat Cave, totally inspired by Mika, who donated $1 to get some bamboo trees planted. And from that little move of like, can it be like a cave with bamboo outside of it? That inspired me to create the entire underground cave exhibit, which is right over here and full of goodies. Look at this, look at this, look at our stalactites and stalagmites, the carpenter's blocks we used to create the really awesome shapes, and the decorative oreberry bushes. The decorative oreberry bushes are definitely one of my favorite things, not to mention like the beautiful waterfall, and of course Keeper Shane, who has been hanging out down here with his essence berry bush tree. So this was a special tree that Shane, as a patron, got to donate to us, and I am setting it up so that every month patrons who donate at least $1 will get a new tree in the zoo, because that's just so much fun. Oh, but I love it. What exhibits did we get done in here? Let's see. Well, we connected the whole thing up very poorly, in other words, not even properly, to the reptile house. You can see the reptile house entrance down there, and when we were mining it out, I basically followed any ore vein or salt vein or basically any kind of vein of anything that I saw, we followed to give the cave this kind of organic look, where just certain things are pecked away, certain things aren't. And I always meant to come back in here and give this hallway at least the same treatment that we started to give this hallway, with more stalactites and stalagmites, carpenter's blocks, things like that. See, I'm learning my biggest lesson from our very first zoo is that I need to make sure I finish a project I start. And sometimes that's really hard, but it can be done. What? And all of our bamboo rats are missing. Whoops. I swear, honestly. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh man, so we had our bamboo rat exhibit, and these were some bamboo rats in here, which this is probably one of my favorite exhibits, even if it's currently empty. I don't know what happened to our rats. I think I have a death shroom tucked in here, and they may have walked all over it. But we have hidden zookeeper entrances that we started once we got to these builds to put into various places so that we could come in. Oh, and I remember going to Twilight Forest to collect all these bits, the like vines and the roots and the living rock. We made sure or the living root. We made sure to get some living root to put along the back as decorative pieces. The moss. Oh, this is wonderful. This was awesome. A plus exhibit, except for the fact that our animals disappeared. And sometimes that just happens. Ever since there was a lot of that time traveling work done, a lot of the things have just started to break and fall apart, which is one of the reasons I knew I needed to think carefully about what to do for Season 2 and why we're going the route we are. By now, many of you guys know we are going to a new world, but we will be building, kind of like we did last time, where we will be rebuilding a ton of it. But this time, we're also going to take the lessons that we learned and what we constructed and making them even better. So it's going to be amazing. It was a very, very, very hard decision, but this is more evidence of the things that are just falling apart because of our wonderful friend Calf and friends using so much MC edit that it just broke the server, and you wouldn't believe how hard it's been for me to keep it like properly functioning as it is. So that said, we do have a future to look forward to, and to look forward to that future, we're kind of glancing at the past. Also, I need to put up more signs. Please do not touch the oreberries, and bigger signs. Like, oreberries, they hurt! Be cautious! But I love how they're everywhere as decorations. And down here, I love how we started tucking glowstone behind the stalactites and stalagmites to light this whole area up and to decorate it. And I also love how our bats, at least, have always done very well. They have their hidden little piece of diamond back there. They have their little bones. In fact, we can pop in and check on our little bats. Look at them! Oh, aren't they just so cute? I swear. Hi, baby. Batman, Robin, Luna, Stella Luna. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to agitate them. But yeah, we do have several pieces of diamond ore that I actually got from our treasure chest and put in here as a decorative piece for the animals. And I love that. I love that when you look into the cave exhibit, it's not just like straight stone. There's the bone mixed in. We have a little bit of grass mixed in, lots of mushrooms. One of the zookeeper duties we'll have to remember to do in the future is to go places that have these kinds of mushrooms and collect them up. Because they do spread, and that's great. Like, I guess you could have like bat cave soup, bat cave mushroom soup, but this is the big brown bat exhibit, and so I'm really excited for the future to be able to add in even more types of bats, because bats are so cute. I love them, and they're exceptionally important pollinators, as most of you guys know. Whoops, 1 second. What you doing, music? None of that silliness. And then of course down here, this is kind of one of the things I love about the cave exhibit. You can come down, we have different levels, we've got different stories, which is really fun, and we have these little breakups, like the little, like kiosk, like things that I was mentioning yesterday, where you break up what is built with the exhibits with little decorative places, like this tree, this wonderful mushroom tree planted by Sunshine, who donated for a tree. Absolutely awesome. I still need to like repair a few things, and don't worry, all the donator trees, all of the interns, everybody who's contributed to the zoo, they will still have their stuff in our new zoo, don't worry. Oh, but yes, I can even make this tree much better now that I know how to make it, so I'm very excited about that. Oh, it's just so cute. Look at all of this. Stalactites, stalagmites, glowworms everywhere. I kind of had a glowworm frenzy. But yeah, like, the thing about real life zoos is they're often a balance between exhibits, educational areas, and art, decorative pieces. In fact, what I might start doing is, if and when we have people come visit the zoo, I might have a designated little like marked off area where they could contribute some form of artwork or a build of their own. I really like that idea, so we'll probably be doing that in the future too. And we've also got really impressive builds like this. Midas, why are you, Mason, where'd Midas go? See, this is the kind of stuff I'm worried about, that's like pecking right at the edges, but we'll be okay. But yeah, we've got really cool rooms like this, which one day I wanted to have like a fountain of molten gold coming up from the bottom. That we probably could have done it if we had just buckled down, Mason. This is such, like, it's so fun and so amazing to look over what we've built together, and at the same time I feel so embarrassed. I'm like blushing because there's so much more we could have done if I just had remembered. So this time, I'm not even joking, I'm making a real life to-do list properly this time, and I will go back and I'll, even if I'm not in the mood, I'll be like, no, Mason, Midas, you two need this, and like build them what they need to make that room really cool. And then of course we have what I really like are hidden zookeeper, just like resource rooms where we have the supplies that we need for the specific area and the specific builds that are in the area. We've got those supplies available and present so that we don't have to run all the way back to the staff lounge just to work over there. And in the future, that's what I want. The staff lounge to kind of act as the central point where we put all of our resources, but then all of our resources having other places to go. So when we're building in the cave, I can just come over here, open this up, get what we need, and go back out. And that's ideally what I really want. Also, what the heck does this lead to? I don't even remember. Isn't that sad? I don't even remember where this goes. It was somewhere important. It was somewhere very important. It was this place! This underground cave area that actually leads to the zombie spawner that Mara set up so that we could get plenty of dog food, plenty of rotten flesh and dog food going. Very cool, very cool. And I totally plan on having a way to cure werewolves in the new zoo as well. That's going to be fun. Melting down, I'm thinking smelting down the silver swords you can get. Because you can get silver swords, silver skeleton swords, and I'm actually thinking smelting that down or like trading it to a special healer of some type for a potion that can cure the werewolves would be very fun. And then turning the werewolves into a villager, which would be really awesome. But it would just be a little bit hard. Alright, to give us a nice challenge. Then down here, down this little path, and actually it's really weird because as we walk down here, I'm like, I need benches right here. I need a watering fountain right there. So yeah, those are those kinds of details, zoo details and touches that we will be adding in the future. But this right here, through this giant mass of vines, is another very special tree planted by a very special friend, Shane! The same Shane who planted that one. He's a patron, so like I said, people who are patrons, they're going to see a lot of amazing surprises in gratitude for their support coming up in the new world, including, Shane, like monthly trees is my goal. It's a big goal. Believe it or not, making sure you keep track of all those trees is a little harder than it sounds. And then, the glory of pathways! I love pathways! It's just so much easier to get from place to place thanks to these little pathways. See, like right here, we could mark like an area like this off and be like, artwork! And invite people over and they could build some sort of artwork there. So that would be really fun. I think we'll do that. We'll have visiting artists come by. And then our temple. One of my favorite builds, even though the bamboo on the top looks silly, so I would probably take it down. But the beautiful temple that we constructed in order to put the ghosts, ooh, do you hear them? And the little tanzanite ore pieces we gathered up. Ooh, there's so many of them down there. They want to get us. But yes, the temple we made to house the ghosts, they are back there. I know it looks like they're not there. There's one. You can see this one moving around quite well. But there they are. There's another one right there. They're very, very hard to see, but the ghosts are indeed in here. Ooh, they're making so much noise. And I love that we can have like a temple like this to keep the ghosts. So trust me, that's definitely happening. And we'll try to quell the angry spirits, maybe put them to rest. But I am locked in some sort of interesting spiritual battle with the ghosts. So that's going to be happening in the future as well. Whew. Man, it's kind of nice. Like, you feel like you have to kind of crawl up against this bamboo and like rub your back on it. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm like scared of something, I like to put my back up against something and then just kind of like, okay, my back's covered. I got this. I can take anyone on. I'll take you all on. I got this. But yeah, so, ooh, beautiful, beautiful bamboo temple. That will be coming back too. Do not worry. Just, it might not all be at once. And then see, it's silly because like we've got all these little chests where I've just left random piles of things strewn, like things strewn everywhere. Very embarrassing. So that kind of stuff will be cleaned up. Random torches will be cleaned up and replaced with proper, beautiful lamps and things like that. And, you know, this would make a good bench, so maybe like a little sign. We might leave little chests around that will have random facts. So you could just walk around and open up a chest, and there'll be a couple books in there that will tell you some random facts about Asian forests, because you are in the bamboo and Asian forest area. So you can just find out little snippets that way anywhere you go in the zoo. You can just like get a few more little snippets to know about. And then, of course, one of our pride and joys, the Panda Exhibit! One of my favorite things that we have ever done, with its beautiful thatch siding. It's a very, very healthy panda population jumping around. Panda! Say, Nami, how you doing? How you guys doing? Yeah, is that so? And what I really love about the Panda Exhibit is not only the build, but all of the little enrichment items we put in here. The honey hanging from item frames, the watermelon hanging up in the air for them to kind of like knock down and poke at. I think I actually need to get some of the bamboo out of here so they have more room. Random crates for them to be able to like sniff and poke at and try breaking to see what's inside. And then their little climbing area. Definitely one of my favorite things, this little climbing area. And they have used it. I've seen them crawl on here. And they'll get up here and they'll kind of walk around. They'll poke at the watermelon with the ice in it. They'll come over here where we've got this absolutely beautiful tree. One of the very special magic trees. Where is his sign? I know I have a sign. There it is. No, this is not a zebra exhibit, zebra. This is Panda Exhibit. The magic mangrove panda tree planted by Ben, who is one of our longtime community members. I love it. I love all the trees and all of the bits and pieces, and I can't wait to improve it even more. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, we worked really hard on this area, and I would say this is probably the most complete exhibit next to the dodo exhibit out of anywhere in the zoo. It has enrichment items, it has the animals, it has plenty of places for them to kind of relax and hang out. I think it has too much bamboo actually, so I'm going to clear some of this away. But yeah, it's got a lot in it that the pandas can enjoy. It's protecting the pandas. We have never lost a panda to like any animals being inside the exhibit. Once one of the pandas got out and fell into the lava pit, and I felt horrible. But that was like a freak accident. It truly was. That was just like a freak accident. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There's not really much I would do to improve the panda exhibit beyond the fact that we never put one of the educational books in around it. So people don't really know, like they wouldn't come here and have like an educator to talk to or a book to read that would tell them about pandas. So that kind of educational chest, that's another thing I really want to make sure, hey bye, that we add in. And you know, another thing we can add in is stories. As we watch the animals and we see their behavior and we learn about them, we can add in information about the stories of what they're like. So that we can be like, yeah, that's Hey-Boy. He really loves to climb up on the panda thing. And just leave little snippets of their life in books for the visitors to read. And then visitors can leave notes. Like, that would be fun to leave a visitor observation book inside all of the chest. And you could write in, like, you know, Tammy was here. It looked like Nami was having fun swimming in the pool. And things like that. So that would be really fun, just to have that sense of interaction even more that we were talking about before. And I love this area too because we really started to do the useful decorative gardens where we would put down like this beautiful rice paddy, just this little rice terrace, and it's just kind of to fill in the empty space between exhibits, but it works wonderfully because we can come over here, we can harvest the rice, and then turn the rice into all of the amazing things that rice becomes. There's a lot of stuff rice turns into, and there'll be even more. And it's just useful, because then whenever we came over to visit with the pandas, or to check on Dr. Nami's Cove, we were able to pop over here and gather up a bunch of rice. And it's those kinds of little things, so it's not just the animals, but it's the plants. And then the rice made me want to build a rice warehouse, like the ancient Edo rice warehouses, or actually they were even older than Edo period in Japan. Very, very, very old rice warehouses that used to be built up on stilts to keep rats and those kinds of creatures out. And that is where like communities would store their rice. And the rice is what they relied on to survive. So I would love to teach more about the history of the world through those kinds of things by being able to build like little historical things. So this zoo is gonna be like animals, and it's gonna be like anthropology. Oh! No. And all of those things combined. I'm going to beat him to death with this piece of bamboo. Get away, get away. You know what? You should be able to make a bamboo sword. That would be amazing. Can I make a bamboo sword? I don't think I currently can. I demand a bamboo sword be made. Let's see. Get out of here. The other thing, like I keep saying, we're going to work so hard on security. Mara has so much to say to me about my lack of proper security in our world, and I really can't blame her. And that also includes like not letting our crabs go loose. I don't want to get complaints about visitors getting like crabs pinching them. Oh my gosh, I really love that idea about leaving a book about observations in the chest. So people can like make observations and then tell me about them inside the book, and then other guests can read it. That's wonderful. We're going to do that. We're so going to do that. I'm eating my chocolate cherry in victory. Then, of course, our very, 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 very useful like sugarcane terrace, which is beautiful. And I would love, in retrospect, to have seen even more of them pop up all over the place. Just sugarcane terrace, like that right there. We could have turned that into a sugarcane terrace, no problem. And that would have looked pretty nice. It may have not blended as easily in with the other bits over there, but it would have been nice. Thought I heard something coming to eat me. And then up here, where we've got our quest ram, that's fun. This is also something I loved having done with you guys, is it's the year of the ram right now. And so we celebrated by building a small, like, exhibit. And I really wanted to make it bigger, but I ran out of gold. Now I know how to get more gold. And those kinds of like celebratory exhibits, just like our Christmas part or our Christmas forest we did, I want to do a lot more of those in the future and actually complete them. It seems to be a running theme in like this retrospective, like reflective little adventure we're doing. I didn't complete as much as I wish I had, unfortunately. At least we did Dr. Nami's research center pretty well. But yeah, and then we've got, let's see, then we've got the Cove. And the beauty that is the Cove that we have worked on. And the Cove is amazing. The Cove is our most recent build, and it's probably one of the ones that I am the most proud of. So we will definitely be reviewing the Cove tomorrow morning. Yeah, we'll be tomorrow morning soon. So I will see you guys then. Let me know what you've loved about what we've done. Technique-wise, details, the animals. I know that it's been slow. It's been a very slow process because we build everything in survival. But it's been so rewarding. And I just cannot wait to do it even better this time. To make a real proper zoo. Now that I've tried it out, I've had 500 plus days of doing my best at building a zoo. And now I know what I want to do. And we're going to be amazing at it. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. And we're going to check out the Cove and head over to the the tropical... Oh goodness. Well, something's having issues. We're going to head over to the little tropical parkway. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.